Because we have something they don't have. We have the absolute assurance and promise of God that He is going to be standing right there with us. He is going to be speaking through us if we'll let Him. If we'll let Him. Are you willing this morning to leave your comfort zone and take this message to somebody else? Are you willing this morning to reach out to a hurt and dying world and offer some help? Because it's up to us. If we don't do it, no one else will. And it's not just Peace Fellowship, it's all of them. I think this is a message that every church in this country ought to be preaching this morning. There are people scared to death out there and they don't know what to do. Give them some hope. Share some love with them, folks. They're going to hate you. That's okay. They hated Him. They're going to talk bad about you. That's okay. They talk bad about Him. And He let them nail Him to a cross. And while He was hanging there dying, asked God to forgive Him. Now what kind of love is that? What kind of love is that? That'll be nailed to the cross and pray for the very ones that's taken your life. You might not think that you have that kind of love this morning. But I'm here to tell you that you do. It's in you. All you have to do is let it go. All you have to do is see people the way Jesus saw you. Jesus hung on that cross 2,000 years ago, and He looked down through time, and He saw a poor old toothless, bald-headed, ex-drug addict named Mike Gay. And He knew that that man was going to need salvation. And He said, okay, I'll pay. I'll pay his debt. I'll set him free. Well, I stand before you this morning. If you've never seen a miracle in your life, look here.
Amen.
I am a miracle. I should not be standing here. I should have died so many times over, it's not even funny. With a needle hanging out of my arm, or a bullet in my head, or a knife in my guts. It's only by the grace of God. It's only by the grace of God that I stand here this morning and I'm able to say these things. And I can say them with confidence. I can say them with absolute assurance that I don't have to worry about anything I'm saying being wrong. You can too. If you search your heart, maybe you hadn't been where I've been or done some of the things I've done. I pray God you haven't. But if you have the same assurance. You have the absolute same access to God that I have. And if He can reach down and drag me out of the pit I was in, there's nothing you're going to experience, nothing you have experienced that He can't clean up and make right. Nothing. Somebody mentioned this morning a story about some blind men that had received their sight. Only one turned back to give thanks. Let me be that one. Let each one of you be that one. Realize this morning what He did for you. And when you leave here, commit it to your heart that you're going to offer that to someone else. Make it somebody you don't even like. Hey, He never said we had to like them. He said we had to love them. That's not an easy thing to do. But it's not impossible if you do it in Jesus. With that, I'm going to leave you. But I want you to go from here this morning with hope in your heart. I want you to leave this building knowing that whatever's waiting outside in that world, He said He overcome the world. And I want you to know that the greatest news of all is that very, very soon He's going to come back and get us. Very, very soon we're going to get to see Him face to face. And when that day comes, we can have the assurance we won't have to worry. We will know, we will hear, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of the Lord. I love each and every one of you, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak before you this morning. And I ask you now to go with God.